some important games. But if you are challenging for the title, yeah, you can't win or pick up just 2 points out of an available 15 and tell me you want to be a contender. It doesn't happen anywhere. It even tells you that the league is less competitive. Should they have dropped all these number of points in the last 5 games and still be in contention, to win the league? Yes, there's 5 more games to play, 7 points separating the two sides. But if you consider the fact that Samatex have got 3 home games to play and 2 away games, that even makes it more difficult for Nations FC. Yes, at this point, we shouldn't say that they've not really done well. For a team that just gained promotion to the top flight, yeah, they've punched above their weight. They've overachieved, if I should put it, because no one saw this from Kasim Mingle and his boys. And at this point, you'd mention Razak Simpson as one of the best defenders in the league this season. And there's a chap whom last season was playing in Division 1. You have also Ifrie Asamoah, who is also one of the top scorers. He has 10 goals this season. And it means that Kasim Mingo hasn't just improved the team, but individually, some of these players have really improved under his guidance, and that was what he was brought in to do. So for Nations FC, yes, we were thinking it was going to be a 2-horse race going into the last 3-4 games of the season, but unfortunately, they just couldn't keep up with the momentum and the drop point. But then it could be a learning curve, for them in subsequent seasons if they're only going to keep that quality, the standard, and still battle for the league.
Yeah. I mean, Lions, the last defeat, obviously, against relegation threatened Heart of Lions, a game that Heart of Lions had to win, as has been all their games. Since then, they've not, they're unbeaten, a couple of wins, a couple of draws, but it's all about the approach. We know how they played, running 90 minutes, very combative kids, as it were, but if you joke, they would take you to the sword.
Yeah, you're right. We all know how they play. Their style of play has been evident from last season, and I don't think they're going to change anytime soon. If you look at their form guide for a team that is fairly new to the Premier League, you would say they've punched above their weight. They struggled with relegation last season, but this season they've done a very decent job. If you look at their away form, they are the 3rd best team away from home this season. They've amassed 58 points from a possible 15 points in the last 5 games. Fairly decent results. They won 2, drawn 2, and lost 1. It's their away form that it's a bit of a problem. They won only 3 games in 14 away from home, and that is where I think the problem will be for this team. Overall performance, yes, their away form just to in their last away games, they beat House of Oak, they drew with Karela, they lost to Accra, they lost to Heart of Lions, and then lost again to Real Tamale United. And I found it very strange for a team that is at the top who could come in with a shout for the title to lose against relegation threatening Heart of Lions and then Real Tamale United. It's a bit strange, but for some reason they were able to beat heavyweights Asante Kotoko and Accra House of Folk, but couldn't pick up wins against teams who are fighting relegation. And I think this season will be a lesson for them. The Premier League is not too far from them. I think maybe they consider themselves as just finished in the respectable position, but with what we've seen this season and the results they chalked this season, especially against the big boys, I wouldn't put it past them if they put their house in order. I wouldn't put it past them giving the Premier League title a real goal next season. They are 3rd at the minute. Some might say it will be a bit far-fetched now this season, considering that we have only 5 games to go. But if they put their house in order and improve on what they've done this season, I think next season they can come in with a real shot at the title.
Yeah, no doubt. Last season, if you remember, Josiah, they were on a cusp of relegation. I think they had to go to either the last but one game before they survived. But we know a certain Lothar Matthäus and some German business interest and football interest are there. Could that be a factor in their stability now? They seem to have now settled down. They're focusing. What about this for records?
Not bad, but it's just the last 2 draws for me. Those should have been wins. And considering the fact that it's just 7 points between themselves and Samatex, if those 2 were wins, then that would have been just 3 points. Exactly, that would have been just 3 points separating Nations FC and Samatex, who lie summit of the table. They've done so well, and they are the only team in the top flight yet to lose a home game. That shows you how formidable and how strong they are whenever they play at home. And very few teams can boast of such an impeccable record, at the stage of the season where you have just 3 more home games to play. And it means that Nations FC could be the only team to have gone the entire season without losing a game at home. And that's quite impressive. But yeah, with these records, with these numbers, you should be challenging for the title. You shouldn't be 7 points behind the first place team. It's just too much for me. You talk about Samatex, they also have a good record at home. Whatever they play at home, they're just going to get the win at all costs. Their worst at home is just a draw. And once you're a dominant, or you become a dominant force at home, once you're able to pick up points at home, then that should even propel you, to be rubbing shoulders with the other elite. And for Nations FC now, it looks like they are far away from danger. It looks like they are safe now, and it's all about maybe securing a top 4 finish. And that would be a huge success for them, if you should ask me.
You have to commend them, the way they've gone about their business. The club president, Divine Chebafo, and the CEO, they're behind the scenes and make sure that they do their work, and it's been brilliant, with obviously experience, guidance from Dr. Kwame Che, who also stays back. He's never spoken officially about the team and the play. It's always about, the structure and things to do with administrative issues.
Yeah, for a fairly young team, I think you have to give Dr. Che and his team a lot of credit for what they've done. An example for the other teams to emulate, just to let them know that with the right structures, you can go places. People might say this is only their first season in the Ghana Premier League, but I think they've punched above their weight. Have they matched the results of Samatex this season, especially when Samatex were dropping the points? If they had taken advantage of that, I think we would have been talking about a first timer winning the Premier League this season. And like you said, when the structures of the pitch is superb, it's working, when the top managers are doing their job and the main principal actors on the pitch don't deliver, it tends to be a problem. You can see there's the disconnect between the playing body, the technical body, and then the management. But for Nations this season, whatever the management are doing off the pitch, I think the players are also supplementing the effort of the managers, and I think we have to give them credit for that. I would love for them to push Samatex to the wire this season. I would love for them to pick up more points so that we can have a grandstand finish this season. You don't want to have a league season where with 3 games, 2 games to go, then the winner has already been declared and all that. So I think a win today will propel them. A win today will put extra pressure on Samatex, because Samatex will then know that they have to equal, or they have to match or equal their results today. So yes, I'm looking forward to a very good game. Of course, we also know the lads from Accra Lions. We also know they play beautiful football. So they're going to come up with 2 teams that play very well, 2 teams that would like to put the ball on the pitch, 2 teams who like to pass, and the pitch is perfect for such a game. So yes, we'll be in for a very nice game of 2 teams trying to play the correct way, so quote unquote, if you like.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Very organized. In fact, the 2 teams, we should have exquisite football. The pitch has always been good, provided good action for us. And that's exactly what we're looking for. And I think for Accra Lions, they're also very ambitious, hoping to get 3 points, keep the momentum, end the season the best they've ever done. So they're equally motivated. So we should really have a cracking game this afternoon.
Yeah. You'd call them the giant slayers. They just said more like Robin Hood.
Hearts, Kotoko, and
they take from
else.
the rich.
Right.
You're the bigger teams, and they just allow the small ones to just take it away from them. But there's a well-drilled team. Yeah, if you speak to the head coach,
huh?
yeah, the average age could be 19 or even 18. Quite a number of youngsters over there. And at some point this season, they had to play with a couple of 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds in that team. There's a team that had Insobila. There's a team that had Abbas Salifu Samari, and they are no more with the club, and they are still thriving. That should tell you that the team is not really built on individuals, but collectively as a unit, and that's the man who pulls the strengths in midfield for them. Shokan, what a player he is! Yeah,
excellent player.
What a player he is. And you're looking at their position now, and I keep saying, just like Hansen said earlier on,
I would imagine, Mutala, I mean, anybody comes and watching and we saying, okay, so where are the clubs? Where's Kotoko? Where's Hearts? Where's Olympics?
That tell you that,
where are the clubs? You
wouldn't say football has just gone
all respect and Aiko to Samatex, Nations, Accra Lions, all respect to them. They've done a fantastic job. But someone who hasn't been following Ghana football and only knows about the big boys will be asking themselves, so where's Kotoko? Where's
because
Hearts?
there's a tough light league and there's no Kotoko in the top half of the table. There's no Heart of Oak. And yeah, it's I wouldn't say, let's just give credit to these teams. They deserve it. They are putting things in order. They are putting their houses in order. But
which means the others are not?
I'm not saying they are not, but the only thing Hearts and Kotoko now can boast of is history.
Yeah.
They have the history, they have the pedigree, but it's football is always about the current time. It's just real time now that they have to start putting things in place. They have the clout.
Coach Ouattara reckons that the two clubs will bounce back, and he also made reference to history that yes, don't worry, when Hearts pick form, Kotoko would pick form, and they'll be meeting in a week.
Yeah, that's
next weekend.
That's what we want to see. Every football lover in Ghana wants to see these two always at the top, trying to dominate the league, because you take the league, the GPL, in the last 4 seasons, these two teams have won 1 title each. But then, even in the seasons they are not winning the league, we should see something from at least a fight. They need to put up a fight. They need to challenge the likes of Samatex, the likes of Inswatraman, the likes of Indiana Stars. That's the level of consistency we want to see. And in the last 5 years, there's one team that hasn't really won the league, but they've always been there pushing others. And that's Bichim United. And we always give them credit for that. They've been a consistent top 4 team in the last 4 seasons under Kasim Mengo. And that's what you sometimes want from Hearts and also Kotoko. Imagine Manchester City not even winning the league. Yeah, they will definitely finish in the top 4. And that means something to them, because finishing in the top 4 means that you've put in something good in place. But then it just didn't materialize holistically. So maybe you have to go and come back again with a couple of signings.
Okay, so coming up, it's Nations versus Accra Lions from Abran Kesse. Let's go for a quick break. When we return, we talk to the two coaches. All right, welcome back. At the top of the hour, it's Nations. They take on Accra Lions. And Kasimingo, as well as coach, who's the other coach? It's Ibrahim Tanko. I was going to say Max Okunedu. Ibrahim Tanko will be standing by to talk to us. I think they're ready. They're ready now, so let's hear from them.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's been difficult for your team in recent games. Would you say you are in the right mood to get back to winning ways today?
Definitely, we are in the right mood to get back to our winning ways. In football, it happens in the game, so forgetting about what has happened, we're talking about present.
You remain the only unbeaten home side in this season's Premier League. You've come up with 9 wins, 6 draws, and no single defeat. I'm sure it's something you want to protect, but most importantly, you want to add up to your points build-up.
You know, it's about 5 matches now, we've not even win a match. So definitely today we need a team and badly than that, Accra Lions. So definitely we're going to win. But it's not going to be easy. They're a good side. They play possessive football. We also play possessive football. The ball is going to be very interesting. But at the end of the day, we're going to win.
There's a difference between wanting it the more and having the ability to deliver. I remember the last time I met you after your game against Gold Stars, you told me, Nana, we missed over 20 chances. What's running through your mind as you create and you're not able to score?
Oh, okay. We've done our part as a technical man. We've worked. Then our finishing, most of our training session we base on finishing. So it's left with the boys to convert. The chances will come. It's left with them to convert them.
Your top scorer is Asamoah. He's got 10 goals, but interestingly, it's been over 5 weeks since Asamoah scored, and it's obvious that if he's not scoring, you're struggling.
Oh no! Now, previously we were playing to suit him, but now we've changed our plans. Anybody can score. So when opportunity come for anybody, we're not working for him. Any of them can convert it.
You still have your mind on the league title.
That's why I told you, it's not over until it's over.
And then get the 3 points here.
There's a battle between second and third. You have your minds on going second of the table at the end of the game.
Yes, I think it's normal. If we beat them, we are going to be at the second position, and that's why we are here. And like I said, Nations is very tough and opponent.
Okay, let's go straight to Abraham Kesset. They're ready. Nana Dakwa Jesse is our commentator.
Good afternoon, welcome to the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex in Abraham Kesset. It's match day 30 of the Ghana Premier League, and Nations FC and Accra Lions will kick off for this match day 30 fixtures of the Ghanaian top flight. My name is Nana Dakwa Jesse. We are live from the Ashanti region in Abraham Kesset, where Nations FC, the only team in the Premier League yet to test defeat at home, come up against high-flying Accra Lions, who have been in some fantastic form in recent weeks. The last win coming up against Hatsabok on match day 29. They are into this game with a lot of confidence as they